Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
This is an episode of which, the cat's away so the mice can play. Stacey's away on business.
Yeah.
We normally have to record with all the doors closed for sound reasons.
Yep.
Doors open.
Got the doors open. It's freeing. It's like going commando.
So you might ask, are we living it up? Yeah, a little bit. I think we are just a little bit.
Does podcasting with the door open sound pretty crazy to you?
It feels wrong.
It does feel wrong.
Yeah. And if it sounds worse, let us know. Then we'll close the door next time.
Obviously. Camber, I'd like to start off because I've been requested to ask you something.
Okay.
My girlfriend, she's a little bit worried. You on your Instagram posted a photo of you and Stacey putting a sold sticker on the billboard for the front of your new house. And you said, "We brought a place." Mm-hmm. And through clerical error, you've written BROUGHT.
Oh.
BOUGHT.
Yeah, okay.
And so Ellen, while we're in bed in the morning, Ellen's looking at this. She's like, should I say, where did you bring it from?
Oh, very good.
And I said, yes, that's hilarious, and you should do that. And then she said, but look at all these comments that are just like, congratulations. Yeah. I'll be the one person that makes a joke about his grammatical error. Mm-hmm. And anyway, we toed and froed about this for hours, Gambo. We were both late for work. And anyway, in the end, I think we settled on, did you bring it closer to Melbourne? And she said, he hasn't commented. Yeah. Does he hate me?
So, okay. A few things.
I said I'd bring it up on the podcast.
I'll address a few things here. Mm-hmm. One, I love Ellen.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she didn't, because anyone that corrects grammar on any post is automatically, I think, looks like a bit of a dick.
Oh, no, she did.
But
she went and did it.
Yeah, but I don't think she, I'm talking about, if someone uses the wrong there or whatever, and someone just comments, the correct there with the star or whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah,
so it's a fine line between...
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's just made a bit of a joke. Haha, I've identified that you've made the grammatical error, but I'm not just correcting you.
Second thing is, it was what's called a collab post, which means it was posted from both me and Stacey.
Oh, who was the responsible party?
Me.
Oh, obviously.
But
Stacey would never make that mistake.
I do enjoy, to people in Stacey's timeline, it looks like her.
Yeah.
So we'll share that better.
She looks like a dumb idiot. For you, it's just a regular day.
I think if I make that I would say somewhat simple spelling error, but, a bit of a dumb one, people will be like, oh, yeah, Cambo. Yeah. But if Stacey does it, people would be surprised.
Yeah. Be like, oh my God, maybe she's drunk.
Yeah. And the third thing is, I probably haven't replied to a comment. I did start with the best intentions of replying to everyone's comments.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, this is what I learned.
Yeah.
And then it started getting quite a few comments. And at one point I was like, I'll address this all later.
Yeah.
And I haven't yet gone back to it. So
I remember in Facebook days where people write happy birthday and stuff, and it was polite to reply to every comment. And then one genius one day was like, hey everybody, thanks for all the birthday messages. And I was like, why am I not doing this? that person saved hours out of their day.
Yeah.
Out of their birthday. Sure.
So I'll give you a reply.
Yeah.
And you just say this verbatim back to Alan. You ready?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And maybe I would have added a smiley emoji, but if you just smile at her afterwards.
It might come out as, haha, thanks. I
Smiley.
can't control how I will eventually
That's fine. That's the problem with text, is the tone gets often missed.
Yeah. Gamble verbally said this to me, but you could read it one of these ways. Will do.
I would say she thought more about her reply than I thought about the post when I made it.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cambo. Let's.
By the way, give me a follow. This is Cambo on Instagram.
Oh.
Since we're talking about my Instagram.
Yeah.
Not much happens there, but give me a follow.
How many more followers do you need to be an influencer?
Well, I work with.
Give me a number.
I work with influencers at my work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least I used to. And if it was under 10K, I'd be pretty tut.
Yeah. That's nothing.
Yeah.
I reckon I could get 10K
Okay, challenge accepted.
followers. Cambo.
Buy them all.
And
Because you can buy followers, by the way.
oh, okay, yeah. No, I just feel like if I followed enough people,
Yeah.
I'd eventually get 10K back. Don't you
Oh,
reckon?
right, yeah. So you follow 1 million,
Yeah.
and just a small percentage of that has to follow you back.
Surely people just follow you back.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Follow 1
Now,
million.
can we just agree? Now that we know that I could do that,
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, right. No need to follow through.
Like, let's say that I completed the challenge without actually doing it.
We run a simulation in our minds.
Yeah.
It worked.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 12K. What do you know?
Anywho, let's get into it. This first post is by Chaos8803. It was in the subreddit Crazy Ideas.
It's a classic of the first post, often pulled from Crazy Ideas.
Like Crazy Ideas. It was a godsend when I found that. It was brilliant. I was thinking about incorporating You Should Know posts, but often just taking the piss out of them. I actually hate that subreddit.
Yeah.
In a weird way. In a way that's just like, I hate it because people just say things that people generally already do know.
Yeah.
Or something that's so
What's an
unlike
example of one that you've seen?
them.
Is it like, you
I
should
read
know
one-
too much salt in your diet is actually bad? Like stuff like that?
Okay, this was a really dumb one that I read the other day. Because, okay, some is like things that you already know, or things that are just so irrelevant that, like, you don't need to know it. It's you should know.
Yeah.
And this is like, hey, this is something.
You can know.
This is, you can know. That's what some people, somebody said, do you know, you should know.
So first of all, they've messed it up
No.
straight away.
They said you should know that you shouldn't wash your mouth out after brushing your teeth because it you lose some of the fluoride that's going into your teeth.
Yeah.
I didn't need to read the comments or investigate this at all to understand that the unbelievable minuscule amount of fluoride that you're not getting on your teeth
Yeah.
is inconsequential. So like, and yeah, sure enough, I do check anyway, just because I was like, what are people's responses to this? Because to me, this is an insanely dumb thing to write on the internet. But yeah, people are like, oh, well, my dentist told me that this is the order that you should do everything in or whatever. And it's like, floss then?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is just riveting conversation on Reddit. But yeah, somebody was like, yeah, I spoke to somebody, like a dentist about this. And he was like, yes, it's just so relevant because it's such a small amount. There's like fluoride in water and stuff. And
my dentist did tell me this, but there was very specific reasons behind it, which was that I had to have a dental procedure, and before they did that, they said, "Hey, you should probably whiten your teeth before because your dental procedure will then match the whiteness of your teeth. So if you're ever going to do it, you may as well do it now."
Yeah.
And when I did that, they gave me a specific toothpaste.
Yeah.
And they said this one has a lot of fluoride in it.
Yeah.
So try, if you can, don't wash your mouth out afterwards.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, but if you can, don't. So
Yeah,
that was about the extent of it.
Yeah.
But they were like, that's specific to this toothpaste.
Yeah. See, I can imagine people walking around with the mouth like just full of, with their teeth still covered in toothpaste.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh, my
I
teeth are
hated
getting
it.
I
I actually didn't wash out my mouth when I did use this toothpaste.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
It's just, nobody needs to do that unless for specific.
Yeah.
circumstances,
Some
I
people
guess.
do need to do it. But yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they're all right. Anyway.
Crazy
This
ideas.
is my crazy. This is Crazy Ideas by Chaos 8803. Nuke the Moon. Crazy idea.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, not crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, do they elaborate why they want it? Because there is people talk about nuking Mars, I know.
Yeah.
To do with habitation, right?
Yeah.
So are they saying nuke the moon to try and terraform? Or are they like, no, nuke the moon?
They've just said nuke the moon.
Okay.
Nuke the moon. They think it's a crazy idea. I think this should be in realistic ideas.
Yeah.
Because let's think about this. I don't think it's about terraforming the moon.
Mm-hmm.
That seems dumb. Especially because I haven't seen the other side and I'm skeptical.
What has Pink Floyd been singing about all those years over there?
Yeah. Here's why I think it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like some people have got itchy trigger fingers. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Putin, at the moment, he's dying to send a nuke.
He is dying to send a nuke.
He wants to send one out.
Yeah.
What if we just made a rule across all countries? Hey, leaders of the world, if you're like, oh, I've got all these nukes, really want to launch one, we'll let you send one up to the moon.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Get that anger out. Boom.
I think you should say, I don't think do it all at once. I think save them to where war is at a boiling point. Yeah. So say with Putin and Ukraine and everything at the moment, the UN sits and then goes, you can shoot one nuke at the moon.
Yeah.
Will that make you feel better?
Yeah.
And it might cool them off. But like if everyone's doing it, then it kind of loses. I think this is the last de-escalation strategy. Like, obviously you want to nuke something.
Yeah.
We all want to nuke something.
What's the point of having them if we can't use them?
And look at that moon sitting up there just mocking us.
Guys, I reckon if we all aim our nukes on the right side, we could turn the moon around. See what Pink Floyd are on about. I think that's a realistic strategy. For getting that out there. Kim Jong-un, he wants to send one for sure.
See if his nukes are real.
He can't even get him out of his bloody country, basically.
Yeah, go on.
Fly and plop into the ocean.
If you can nuke the moon, go for it.
Yeah.
If you can get it that far, you nuke the moon, mate.
Yeah.
So if they do, like, for terraforming purposes, try this with Mars or whatever, because obviously we need to expand the population. The world is depleted of resources, etc. How will they have to rebrand it? Because I think if you told people we're nuking Mars, it sounds wrong. Yeah, so it'll have to be like, oh, we're sending down a terraforming capsule.
I imagine one day I'm going to see a photoshopped image of a huge insect on Mars, and they've said we understand that this insect is planning to destroy Earth. Yep. And in the badly photoshopped image is like a blueprint, and it's like the world, and then like boom next to it. Yep. Written by this insect, and that's how the governments of the world will convince us to nuke Mars. It's about fear.
Here's the problem I see with this. Is the cinephiles of the world, and then also perhaps the Japanese government would go, there's creatures on there, don't nuke it. Did Godzilla teach you nothing?
Yeah.
You nuke something, turns into a giant radioactive lizard, doesn't it?
Yes, but
you don't want a planet of Godzillas up there.
Here's the thing, though. Did they try to nuke Godzilla again?
Double nuke.
Didn't think about the double nuke.
Actually, I think they did.
Oh. Triple?
I think it powered him up. Oh, triple nuke.
Yeah. So,
Japanese government sitting there going, triple nuke! Oh, it was right there in front of us.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think that's probably how it'll happen.
Okay, so there'll be propaganda around Mars or the moon or whatever.
It's just fake aliens.
Nuke Mercury. People are like, why? It's so hot anyway. Oh, no, see what happens.
Yeah.
Aren't you interested?
Guys, we've got nukes just lying around.
Yeah, like you can dismantle them or whatever, but what if we just shoot them all on Mercury?
We want to know if we erased a planet from the solar system.
What happens?
Guys, there's only one way to find out. Yeah. We can theorize for as long as we want.
We all shift closer to the sun. Oh, no!
You know what? Let's start with Pluto then.
Yeah, okay.
For one, it's tiny. And some people have been wanting to get rid of Pluto for a long time now.
A lot of astronomers.
Yeah.
Started with the declassing of it as a planet.
Yeah.
To
dwarf planet.
To better kind of help us associate it as not a planet. Mm-hmm. So if it no longer existed,
Yeah.
Feels less weird.
Yeah. Then there would be Today I Learned in like 20 years. Like, did you know Pluto existed?
Yeah, there's a planet called Pluto. We apparently just nuked it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't take many nukes.
And then somebody's comment underneath would be like, actually, it wasn't technically a planet.
that is what would happen.
Yeah.
Some like paragraph long reply explaining how it was actually declassed as a planet and reclassed as a dwarf planet.
Yeah. And that's why we nuked.
And then someone underneath being like, thank you. I always have to tell people this.
Came here to say this.
Oh, it's the worst, isn't it? This website that we've dedicated nearly 300 episodes to.
Reddit. The bane of society. Remember when at the start of our experience with Reddit, and it was so fun and joyful and like new.
Yeah.
You know? Need something like that.
It's what 300 weeks consecutively of the same thing will do to you.
Yeah. All right, I think we should get into Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit is by Perpetually Cold. What? That would suck. Perpetually cold. Ugh.
It sounds like my mother.
If you could be
my mother's perpetually cold.
Oh, that sucks. Is it because she doesn't return your calls and stuff?
She's cold blooded. She's a big snake.
Big snake. That explains why you're such a snake. Can I tell you what I was doing?
That's good. Did you just think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was off the cuff.
Surprising, isn't it? Okay, this could lead on to another tangent.
Okay.
One of the subreddits that I quite like is dad jokes. Hilarious dad jokes. Mm-hmm. I came up with one the other day. I was just thinking about it.
Yep.
Here's my dad joke for you, Kimbo.
Okay.
My annoying neighbor is part dog. He's a real son of a bitch.
It's not bad.
It's good,
not
right?
Bad, yeah.
That's a good for a dad joke. I haven't heard that one before.
You could get away with that on the r/joke subreddit, I think.
Yeah.
My neighbor's, what was the start thing?
My
dog?
annoying neighbor is part dog, yeah.
And then the body of the thing.
Yeah. Well, that's how the dad jokes was, yeah. I think I just posted at the wrong time. I got like 18 upvotes. Come on.
Yeah, it deserves more than that.
That deserves at
we
least
are, I think,
25.
We are at a slight disadvantage here, I think, because predominantly American site Reddit.
Yeah,
I would say the majority of the traffic, though not all, is from American or similar time zones.
Yeah.
So for us to get their peak time zone, you'd need to do that at like 1 a.m. ish.
Yeah.
And then you'd probably be getting some peak traffic time on Reddit.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly different. I'm sure Reddit has different peak traffic times to other social medias because look at the people on there.
Yeah.
But we're at it because if we do it 4 p.m., say,
yeah,
which great time for us, you know, you're winding up work, you finish a bit early, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
3 a.m., you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not that dedicated.
Yeah.
To
so
Reddit.
all of that to say that if you had have posted it at a more peak time, I think it would have got more than 18.
This is like the Instagram thing. We know that I could get the followers. We know that I could get the upvotes. Yeah. Just not going to do it at the right time.
We run the simulation.
We've run the simulation.
10,000.
I'm the most popular man in the universe from this one joke.
Yeah. So now we don't have to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, it made me think about the snake thing. Okay.
It's a tangent-heavy episode.
Yeah. I just don't care anymore. Okay. This is by Perpetually Cold. Ugh, wouldn't that suck?
Hey, Nelson. My mum's potentially... Oh, no, I messed it up.
Oh no.
Start again. My mum's a snake. I'm really hissing you off. Would that be a good dad joke?
You know what, Cambo? This explains why he's such a snake.
Hey, do me a favor. Write in if anyone else found this funny. We're very amused with ourselves right now.
Okay.
Stacey has said of this show that we make it hard to be a listener. Do you think that's true?
Yes. I don't know why anyone listens.
Who's this by?
This is about perpetually cold.
Oh, yeah.
It can be. If you had to be either perpetually cold or perpetually hot,
Yeah.
what would you rather be?
Perpetually cold.
Oh.
Because you can pop, like, I feel like, but you're perpetually, like, it's hard because my theory is I've always liked cold weather more than hot weather because I find it easy to get warm than I find it to get cold.
Yeah.
If you're perpetually cold, that's actually not a solution for you.
Yeah.
Because then presumably you pop on a coat, you're still cold.
Still cold, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe perpetually hot then, because then at least I've got a better dick.
Oh, yeah, true.
You didn't think about the dick, did you?
I didn't think about the dick.
Yeah.
Spend less money on clothes, if you like.
That's true.
And they're wearing less things.
So
we're
less
saying
money
clothes are irrelevant, aren't we?
Yeah. So even if you're in shorts and a t-shirt, you're still hot if you're perpetually hot. But you've got a better dick.
You could live in Antarctica if you're perpetually hot.
But you're still hot. You're just in a worse place.
No, I just feel like, it'd cancel each other out. Like, you could be like, people would be there all rugged up and stuff, and you're just like in shorts and t-shirt. And you're like,
but do you still
guys,
get...
I'm always hot.
Here's the question. Do you feel hot, but you still get like...
Hypothermia.
Yeah. Like frostbite, lose all your toes. Like,
That
you were
sucks.
walking through the snow of Antarctica unprotected.
Yeah.
You've definitely lost all of your extremities.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel
I
it.
make it to some sort
I
of-
don't know what to tell you. I didn't feel cold.
Yeah. Make to some sort of base camp. And I lost half a leg. Didn't even realize. Just snapped off in the cold at some point. This is by Perpetually Cold. What two people would be the most god-awful to be trapped on an elevator with for 48 hours?
Well, according to that movie from years ago that no one remembers, The Devil. Do you remember that movie where the devil was in an elevator?
No.
It's called Devil.
It was just called Devil.
It was produced by M. Night Shyamalan. But during
Okay.
the peak where everyone hated him. He goes through ebbs and flows every night.
I thought there was just different types of people. Some hate
No,
him,
but
some
it
are
turns
like,
out...
oh.
No, because he made like a bunch of really bad ones in a row. And it was like after all of the really bad ones, he's like, also I produced a movie where the devil's in this elevator.
Okay. That seems such a... Okay. Is it like Phone Booth where...
Yeah, it's like super small budget movie, all set in the elevator.
Okay.
One of them's I've never seen it, so I don't know which one the devil is.
Oh. I
Should
really
I
wanna...
Bing who is the devil and devil?
Yes.
And then without any context of what it means, we'll find out which one was the devil.
We'll spoil the movie for everyone. I kind of want to see it now. A devil in the elevator. I can't imagine... Like, sometimes somebody gives you the premise to a movie and you can sort of imagine... You can write a little bit of a narrative in your head as to what that movie might be.
Yeah.
I've got nothing.
For the devil in the elevator.
Devil in the elevator, I get nothing. Nothing's coming to me. I can't imagine one scene in this in which it's interesting. Unless he's given them like wet willies or something just to really annoy them.
I can't. Okay. The devil manifests in the form of the elderly woman.
Oh.
There you go. There was the elderly
How many
woman.
people are in the elevator?
Look, the main cast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9?
Oh, in one elevator. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, mate. The devil is in there. And it was
Okay.
the old woman.
It's the old
According
woman.
to the one brief Wikipedia paragraph that I skimmed to.
Okay. Sounds like a great movie.
Yeah.
Who would be a god-awful two people? Most god-awful to be trapped in an elevator with?
I mean, depending on how you feel about this show, us.
Could be us.
It could be us. You heard the tangent we went on about snakes.
You think we do that for the podcast? That's just regular conversation
We
for us.
do, yeah. Yeah, our regular conversations are very similar to the show.
Yeah. I think, okay, let's stick to celebrities.
Yep.
So that
I'm
people
feeling who's someone that I just think I would disagree with, but they would probably still want to talk.
Yeah, I've got one. No way. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with them, but for some reason, this is a really out of left field one,
Yeah.
but it just came to mind. I think that I couldn't stand them because they would just continue to talk and try to be happy and stuff.
Yeah.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Sort of a lovely man.
You should disagree with him.
don't want to be trapped in. I probably agree with him for most stuff, you know. He's all about science and whatnot. That's cool. Mm-hmm. But I just don't feel like he's just got that sort of personality where you're like, you're great for like a 10-minute segment on the TV.
Yeah.
But then not any more than that. Remember they tried to have that show, that TV show that he hosted, and that flopped.
I mean, he had a TV show for many, many years in the 90s.
Yeah, but they did one recently.
Yeah. And that flopped. So,
and that flopped.
Point proven.
Yeah.
What about someone like, someone you expect would be fine, but I think would be draining? I think it would be someone like Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's talked before about how he has like this form of ADD where he constantly needs people's attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you're stuck in for hours, at first you'd be like, he's doing all the wacky voices. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But hour 5,
you
might be like, Jim, I'm giving you the most attention I can possibly give you.
Yeah.
Please stop trying to get my attention.
Yeah. So maybe if we're trying to think combination of people, there's Jim Carrey who wants attention all the time.
Yeah.
Who's somebody that just won't give attention to Jim Carrey?
Who's like a really serious actor. Oh, well, we've talked about this before, actually. On the set of Batman Forever, I remember Tommy Lee Jones apparently hated Jim Carrey.
Oh, did you really? I don't even remember that.
We talked about it very briefly.
Right.
Tommy Lee Jones, very serious actor, hated Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And he'd said to him, I can't sanction your buffoonery anymore. So that would be an interesting combo, because then it would be like, it's like when your parents are fighting.
Yeah.
And you'd just be sitting there with Jim Carrey trying to get everyone's attention. Tommy Lee Jones being like, I fucking hate you so much. And you pretending to text even though there's no signal.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's pretty good. Also, on the other end of the spectrum, not Tommy Lee Jones, still sticking with somebody for Jim Carrey. What if you put Kanye in there? Somebody else is also seems like constantly vying for attention.
Yeah, because then they can't both be the center of attention.
I reckon they would just annoy the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And
what if you put Kanye and Pete Davidson in there? That would be actually potentially be quite entertaining.
Oh, yeah, that could be good. Good witness.
Because you would really know whether Kanye would actually do anything.
Yeah.
He's been speaking a lot of big smack talk on the internet, but he might just sulk in the corner the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew he wouldn't do anything.
It'd be good just to test people's resolve a little bit. Like,
put rivals in there and see what would really happen.
Yeah. Maybe they come out best friends.
Yeah,
Can
possibly.
be like the Breakfast Club. You know? They come in all different.
They leave to that song.
They realize they're not that different after all.
And I won't forget about you.
Yes. 1, 2. Yeah. Here's another one. This is by Take Over 11. What is this current chapter called in your life?
Oh, okay. It could get real self-reflective. Oh no, it'd be around buying a house, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because that's it. That is a chapter in a life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like quite a definitive.
Buying house.
Marry, house, kid. They're all like definitive chapter things.
Yeah, that's true. Mine is based around global events, I think.
Okay.
That perhaps yet to happen. Because this is the beginning of the chapter, I like to think.
Yep.
Which is, this chapter is called The Beginning of the End for Pluto. Because in 5 years' time, no more Pluto. New chapter of my life.
Yeah, that's good.
It doesn't affect me anything. You read through the chapter and you're like,
I guess
Nelson's just like aware that it's going on.
This just happened around the time that Pluto was nuked.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but it's maybe it's like Russia and Ukraine have a spat. Doesn't affect me.
It would be interesting.
So what's going on?
If you saw the title of the chapter of your life as its beginning, but there was something foreboding about it. So like, I'm like, entering a new chapter. It's called Buying a House and How It All Went Wrong. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's called Getting Married for the First Time. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that would really tip you off. Yeah. The biggest mistake of Cambo's life. What? Yeah. Oh, that would.
When I had that kid I hate.
Yeah, the abortion I should have got. Yeah, I think so. Also, I think if I was trying to sell books of my life, perhaps.
Yeah. Would you do clickbait style chapters?
Yeah, I think somebody should flip it open, and they might read. I feel like people like stories of reform, perhaps. You know, if you're browsing sort of book. So I think you could have a chapter that's like reformed podcaster.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I think that when people are looking for, if it's like if they're just looking for a biography book,
Yep.
you might go, oh, reform podcaster. What happened before that?
Yep.
And obviously before that, there's just a mess of a show, which is this podcast, and how it went horrible for 300 odd episodes.
Yep.
And then decided to quit one day. That's the reform bit.
I got questions for you. What would your autobiography be called?
Yep.
And what kind of image of you is on the front cover? Because there are different versions of the autobiography. You know, like is it you doing a fun thing on the cover? Is it a photo of you as a child? Is it like what kind of thing are you going for with your autobiography?
Mine is the picture of one of those auto-generated lifelike people. It's like from that website, thispersondoesnotexist.com.
Yeah.
It's one of those. And the title is, What Do We Really Know About Nelson Allingham?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I like that. It's like my kind of a mystery.
Yeah. Okay. So they're unraveling who this Nelson is.
Yeah.
Is that Nelson? Who knows? As long as you remove the watermark, people won't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's good.
how about you? What do you got?
I'm going to go super serious with mine.
Okay.
I'm going to do the classic autobiography black and white photo of me looking straight down the lens with no smile.
Yeah.
You know that one? Mm-hmm. Arnold Schwarzenegger did that for his.
Yeah.
His was called Total Recall. Great name.
Yeah. Okay.
Great name.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I hate any actor that calls their book My Life in Parts because there's like a million actors that have done that.
Yeah.
No good. Total Recall. Fantastic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cam Book.
Cam Book.
Yeah. So you do Cambo
Yeah.
and an okay to the end of it.
Oh.
Because you could also read it as Cambo okay.
I think that's what it should be called. Cambo okay.
Okay.
But the okay is like only just a few centimeters more away than a regular break between two letters.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. So it reads Cambo okay, but at a glance it says Cam Book.
Cam Book.
Yeah. And again, very serious. I'm looking straight down the lens, black and white photo.
Very serious. How boring do you reckon our books would be?
I don't know.
I reckon at this point in my life, pretty boring. I always think about when famous people get interviewed and they've normally got this like really interesting story about how they were brought up. Oh, I had to look after my two siblings because my father went to jail and my mother had to work a full-time job. And I'm like,
Do you ever wonder if the celebrities that haven't released a book also had boring...
Yeah.
Like Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't think he's got a book. Maybe
Yeah.
he just had a really regular life.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I just was really famous.
Yeah.
There was no problems.
I'd like to read that in picture book form.
Right.
Of just so I know.
Here's me when I was born. My family was pretty well off.
Yeah.
Not super rich, but like well off.
Yeah.
I had a very stable childhood. My parents supported me.
Yeah. I went for an audition. I got it.
Here's me in Spider-Man. Oh, well done, Jake. You've done well.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Today I Advice. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Let's play the intro to that. Today I Learned. And also sometimes advice. This Today I Learned is by Zarul. Today I learned in Egypt, around 17,000 divorce cases in 2018 cited Candy Crush as the cause of divorce.
Oh, wow.
Let's just recap that number. 17,000 divorce cases in 2018
Yeah.
in Egypt. That is such a... Like, I can't imagine there's... I don't know how many divorces you reckon there's going to be in... I don't know. It doesn't seem like many.
In the world?
In Egypt in 2018.
I mean, obviously more than we're thinking. If that many were accounted to just Candy Crush.
Or maybe that's just how effective Candy Crush was.
So, okay. I'm trying to picture this situation in which Candy Crush leads to a divorce.
All right.
And I'm picturing this is the Candy Crush music. Will you just talk to me? Please. We need to talk about this.
Yeah, I think...
Please.
I just need to get, oh, there's a 4. Yeah,
I'm taking the kids to my mother's house.
Oh, boy. I got one of those chocolate ones.
No, you don't. I am leaving you if you don't stop playing Candy Crush.
You are not going to believe this. 2 chocolate ones together. Do you know what it does?
Oh, hang on.
Clears the whole screen.
Oh, well, speaking of clearing, I'm clearing this marriage of me.
I just failed level by 1. Just needed 1 more. I'll just add $20 to our account.
My lawyer will be in touch.
I'll get it. This time I'll get it.
It seems odd, doesn't it? To just
yeah.
For that to be the cause of the divorce, Candy Crush must have taken priority over some pretty big things.
It's funny because I occasionally play a game on my phone and around my partner. We might be lying in bed or something. And I'm so conscious of if she says something to me, I have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be the guy that's I'm so much more interested in this phone than a relationship.
Mm-hmm. But you only have to be that guy, Nelson, until you get married.
Yeah,
and you can turn all the attention to the phone.
Give another few more
What's she going to do? Divorce you over Candy Crush? What is this, 2018 in Egypt?
Yeah. Do you think that this podcast could be the catalyst of a divorce for some people?
The most likely culprits are you and I.
Yeah.
Obviously. But yeah. I like to think we have that potential.
Yeah. I think potential fucking podcast listener status up for grabs.
Okay.
Divorce your partner. Let's be real, marriage.
But and also needs
we want
to
see marriage certificate.
Yeah.
Then we want to see divorce papers.
Yeah.
And
but it needs to be a good, you can't, if your marriage is on the rocks and you were thinking about getting divorced anyway. I don't want you to cash in your chips for a fucking podcast listener status.
Be honest about it.
Stable marriage
Yeah.
that you burn to the ground.
No, you know what? I'm okay if we are the straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay.
I think it is funny that they're like, I need out of this relationship. This has just given me the one extra thing to be like,
right.
May as well.
So you're happy with, and I think I agree with this actually, that say in any court proceedings, they're getting divorced on the grounds of, let me check this, the Reddit on Reddit podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Lots of other things, but also we're on there.
Yeah.
I like that we're on there.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
was, they could not patch that bit up.
It was the last thing that they needed. Here's another one. This is by Large Zimbabwe. I have over 100 cans of beer, which I will not be drinking. Any ideas on what to do with them?
Okay. I have had similar situations to this. Never to this extent,
Yeah.
but I don't drink beer.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't drink much at all. I drink very, very, very occasionally and never beer.
Yeah.
However, in Australia, if you help someone out, the accepted form of payback is a slab of beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So over many points in my life, I've had slabs of beer
Yeah.
that I just had to get rid of.
Like if you help somebody move or something, you help a
someone
friend move or
help someone on a short film, things like this. I've had slabs of beer like left on my front step.
Yeah.
I think normally I probably just give them to you or like to people that
Maybe,
I know
yeah.
that drink beer, like just bit by bit, like, oh, I've got beers there, take some.
Yeah.
100 is a difficult one.
I think two things. Step number one,
Yep.
build a pyramid. Sounds like a fun thing to do.
Yep.
With cans of beer specifically.
Yep. You might know this better than me.
Yeah.
What's the expiry on a can of beer generally?
It'd be ages, I think. I don't know. Alcohol normally lasts for a really long time.
That'll get you to Christmas?
Yeah, that'll get you Christmas for sure.
Everyone gets beer.
Everyone gets a beer.
Gets beers, plural, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, here's a slab. Brother, here's a slab. Mum, here's a slab.
Yeah. Well, you're almost out of beers.
But
now.
then the awkward thing is when they're like, "Oh, this is so awkward because we all got you a slab of beer each."
Oh,
so then
no.
you're back to 100.
Ugh, oh, how frustrating. And then you remember your mum doesn't drink beer and you have to take hers back. You've got more than 100 beers. Okay. Here's the problem with that, more so, Cambo, is that your family already loves you. You know? I think you could use beers to gain the loyalty, trust, the friendship of people that you might otherwise not have the opportunity to.
Okay.
Obviously, you could get things like stereotypically tradies, carpenters, things like that. They'll have a beer. You could go to a construction site, hand out a few beers, and then maybe you need a shelf put up at home.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just contact my tradie friends I made by giving them 100 beers. I think you've won yourself over a person that can occasionally do you favors, that has a skill of sorts. But what's even better than this? Because tradies might be like, 100 beers. Maybe there's like, I don't know, a few of them. 100 beers actually doesn't go that far.
Yep.
So, do you put all the 100 beers in one person? No, Cambo. You give the 100 beers to people that can't legally buy them themselves.
Okay.
Sit outside the front of a primary school. Hey, kids, who wants a beer? You give a primary school kid a beer.
Yeah.
They're your friend for life.
Yeah.
That guy might end up being a doctor one day.
Yeah.
Obviously not. You've killed the brain cells. They probably
He got on the sauce real young.
He turned out to be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I
like to think after like you give 100 beers to primary school kids and then you check back and they've all had their life destroyed. That's literally 0 and 100 I've got here.
Yeah. Yeah, and the annoying thing is you've been doing this for years to try and build up an army of
Loyal friends
that will do anything for you. I think, I think that's the solution anyway.
Give it to kids.
I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah.
You know, we're not certain they'll end up alcoholics.
As should Large Zimbabwe or Big Zimbabwe, whatever their name was.
Large Zimbabwe. Yeah. And also, the law says you can't buy alcohol for minors.
Yep.
If you've already got the alcohol.
Okay, right. So you think there's no law against distributing alcohol to minors?
As far as I know, if you get taken to court,
Yeah.
and can't give alcohol to minors, like, look, I just ended up with 100 beers.
What you're doing, I think, is saying, "Oh, hey kid, come here. Hey, hold this beer for me." Wink.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't be back for it, though.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. I will be back for you, though, when you end up learning a craft that I need the service of.
Now, you better hope that the police come after you've completed that sentence, because if they came right at the point where you're saying, I went back for the beer, but I will be back for you. Woo! Wait, hang on. Let me explain.
Finish. I mean, in like 20 years' time, okay? It's nothing weird. I'm just giving alcohol to a minor.
For future gain of me.
All right. Let's move on to shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Impossible Complexity. Camber, I sometimes like to play the game. How old do you think this Redditor is?
Okay, 13.
Okay, good guess. I'm going to say this is the shower thought.
Yep.
Someday, $1 million won't be a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I'm like, already there, mate.
Yeah.
Already there. If I had $1 million, I'd be like, great, but I feel like it's not life changing.
Yeah, if I won $1 million, I don't even know if I'd necessarily celebrate. I go,
Yeah.
all right, what can I use this for?
Yeah. I honestly, it's almost not even worth telling friends and stuff. You know?
I'm sure one of our friends,
Yeah.
in assets at least, has $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
And I can't tell.
yeah, exactly right. So I think, I think we're there.
Yeah.
$1 million.
So many
Not a
houses
lot of
that
money.
Stacey and I looked at over our thing, not the one we brought,
Yeah.
went for over $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. It's so hard to find a house that's not. So like, yeah, that concept is just gone. Especially probably that a lot of people, I mean, mortgages are a big one, but yeah, a lot of people don't often own outright their assets.
Yeah.
You know, they borrow money for
Yeah.
cars
It's
as well.
often why people are valued in their net worth, not money in their bank.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Jeff Bezos probably has got only $100 in his bank account. Anyway, I reckon 13's about right.
Yeah.
This one is by Saint Hikilio. In computers, we went from dark mode to light mode and then dark mode again.
So as a person, do you ever care about dark or light mode?
I
dark mode Reddit.
I went to dark mode.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the f is anyone using light mode?
I stick it whatever the default is.
I
you know
know.
this about me with most things.
Yeah, you
what does
do
it come
like
with?
the default.
That's the one.
I know, but the thing is, you realize so much when you use different programs and stuff. I feel like in dark mode, and then you all of a sudden have one thing in light mode. You're like, oh my god, my eyes.
See, I feel like that at the moment when I get one thing in dark mode. I was like, oh, this is it's too dark. My where is the pain on my eyes?
There's not only the searing feeling that I get. Yeah, to me, it's just like, it's so much more, even just looking at the screen right now, which is just one huge white page.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like glary and more. And I feel like you don't know until you use dark mode consistently for a while.
Yeah.
And then you'll never turn back. Nobody will ever turn back.
I find that generally the split I always find is this. There's the people that really care about dark mode and then everyone else in the world.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever like, oh, you need to get onto light mode. You know,
Yeah,
I never see advocates for light mode. I
Yeah,
see
but
advocates for
that's
dark
'cause
mode,
that's
but
the-
they're often the minority.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
really care about it.
Yeah, but because here's the reason why. It's because it is better. And dark mode people know it. But everybody's like, but the default is light mode and like, I'm not going to go to the effort of doing that. But we're like, no,
Yeah.
you need to understand. It's better.
To me, dark mode has, and this is purely based on people that spruik dark mode, has the same air as people that are like, actually Linux is the best computing system. And I'm like, fuck off.
Hey, Don't compare me with those,
Someone that sprints Linux.
yeah, those crazy idiots.
Yeah.
Because the knowledge difference, there's no knowledge difference. It's just like how it feels
Yeah.
on your eyes.
I wonder if there's a thing that people are predisposed to it. Like, I've never had, like, that to me doesn't seem off-putting and glary.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there is a thing where some people are just like, it just naturally feels better on my eyes to have it in dark mode.
Yeah.
And then, like, that is a minority of the, a minority of the population.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah.
dark mode, like I said, is kind of a minority thing generally. But for those people, they're like, how can you not? Like, it makes such a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Is it just less blue light? Is that what dark mode does? I mean, I don't know enough about how blue light emits because I know it's just screens in general emit blue light. But does it help cut down on it?
I mean, I don't know if that's like, I don't really know. I don't know if that's like a part of the formula or what they're like specifically trying to do. I think really to me, it was just like, they were like, why do we need the vital information on the page to be the dark part? Mm-hmm. And they were like, let's just switch that. So the things that you actually want to look at is what stands out as opposed to the background, you know?
I always figured that things like Word and email where it's like white with black on top is just there to emulate paper.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's definitely why they would do it, I think, in the first place.
Which I think is why people are more comfortable with it, to be like, I'm familiar with this basic, the information in the black and everything else is the white.
We're not that far removed from cavemen, so anything that's slightly a little bit...
It goes dark when people go, what's this? Oh. No fire. Fire God. Oh, Word is white. Me no understand.
That's what happens. I'm saying that. I don't know if is there a dark mode for Word? Don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think I've seen
That'd be too much for me.
I think it would be pretty...
Dark mode menu and stuff. Like, I don't do it personally, but I understand.
Because I think, like, understanding the dimensions of the page is still important, though, in Word. So I think maybe... I don't know.
If I saw someone writing white words on a black Word document, I'd think they were a psychopath.
Yeah, maybe that would be too much. I don't know. But then again, to me, it's just all about design. Like, but if somebody just designed it good, then I might be like, yeah, this makes sense now. I don't know.
But see, I think I just, even in design, tend towards lighter things. So even like in the laptops I own, you can get a dark gray and a light gray. And I always tend to go towards light gray in that as well. Mm-hmm. So I just wonder whether or not it's also just something like that, you know? Mm-hmm. Whereas like some people do like darker things naturally. Some people like lighter things naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's it. This one is... What? Excuse me. Just sort of had a hiccup burp situation going on there. This by Comprehensive Tip 568. Given how bad humans are at governing and running society, maybe artificial intelligence taking over and deciding how to run things isn't such a bad idea.
Okay, I'm going to be a typical Redditor here, I think. Because it's a bit of an actually.
Yeah.
Says people are very bad at governing and running society.
Yeah.
I'd say humans are actually pretty good at it because look at any other animal. Comparatively speaking, we're actually really good at it.
I disagree. I think that's only because you are looking at you don't understand animals as well as them.
Okay, yeah.
So, for example, pack of wolves. Mm-hmm. You know, normally there's a lions. In fact, like in a pride.
Yep.
They might govern in a way their society, but you don't understand like the minutia of.
But how do they do tax returns and stuff?
Yeah. What happens is they kill an animal.
Yep.
And then when the lion feels like it, he goes over and has a bit.
Yeah, 10%.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting strategy because I like the idea that, because I actually saw a clip of this not that long ago, which is literally what happened. It was like 10 different animals all around this carcass. Like literally, like there was a hyena, there was some sort of like hog thing. I don't know. They're all eating this dead animal. And then all of a sudden they just scatter, and out of nowhere a lion comes out. And you're like, what a badass.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that is how taxes work. Where it's like, you try and get as much money as you can until the tax man comes.
Yeah, and then you scatter.
Then you run away, and he's going to get whatever's people have dropped on the floor as they've run away, all the little coins.
Yeah.
Because I reckon I could run away with a lot of money. It might even be a televised event.
Can I ask you to find that clip?
Yeah.
Use rudimentary editing software to add little labels to each of the animals, which is like my income, my extra whatever, money I've stashed away. Yeah. And then when the lion comes in, it says taxman and it'll scatter. And then post that in r/politics.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
And watch the upvotes soar.
Yeah.
As people go, what? That's not how taxes work.
Let's just imagine that I've done that.
Okay.
And
I failed. I know.
yeah. Oh, so many hateful comments. Oh, don't worry. I'll just delete that.
Delete. You know why I'm here? Delete my account.
Yeah. But also, this should be a challenge for the listeners. Somebody do that.
I would also say someone designed the book front cover. What do we really know about Nelson Ellingham?
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Let's get into podnapping.
Oh my God! I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a topic of conversation or a segment from another thing, and we do it ourselves.
Yes, my week this week. I haven't podnapped a podcast in so long.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I will again, but that means I have to listen to new things.
Yeah.
And I feel I'm at my cap of podcasts I listen to.
Yeah, I know. It has to. I'll get back to it one day.
Yeah. Anyway, I've just made this up.
Okay, good.
So this is designed to settle some disputes.
Okay.
Some famous, I would say, pop culture disputes based on the only thing that's relevant in 2022, which is how many followers you have.
Okay.
So I will present to you two different things.
Oh.
And you need to tell me which you think has more followers specifically on Instagram I use for this.
Okay.
So this will help settle the debate about who's better because they have more followers.
Okay.
Simple.
Yep.
In fact, you know what? I've got a bell here. If you get it right, I'll ring the bell for you.
Oh, okay.
That's a last minute addition. I hadn't considered that before.
That's good.
Let's test it out. Yep, good. Okay.
Okay.
That's a point for you.
Oh, good point.
Okay. Do you understand the basic premise?
Let me think about it. Oh, another point for me.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes, I do. Ring the bell, get a point.
Who has more followers on Instagram?
Yep.
And these are all official accounts, I should put.
Okay.
Marvel
Oh.
or DC?
Oh. I mean, obviously, with Marvel's whole universe thing, you would think Marvel.
I will preface this. There's Marvel, and there's also a separate account, Marvel Studios, which is the movies.
Oh.
There is DC
Yeah.
and the official DC movies. So this is purely just the comic book companies themselves.
The comic book companies themselves. Oh, Batman's so strong. That's the problem. That's the problem with DC. Batman's strong. I'm still going to say Marvel. Hey-oh!
By a lot.
3 points.
DC,
Yep.
12.3 million followers.
Okay.
Marvel,
Yep.
62.7 million followers. Absolutely trouncing them.
Suck on that, Batman.
Yeah. See, that's so strong after all.
How about you get some superpowers? Dumb idiot.
Okay, this one's a little closer to home.
Okay.
Welcome to Patchwork
Oh.
or Cancelled Movie Report?
Oh. If it was for this podcast or Cancel Movie, I would say Welcome to Patchwork. But I'm going to say I have faith, Cambo. Cancel Movie Report. Ayo!
Just wanted to add that one in.
Yeah. Suckers.
1.06 thousand to 1.9 thousand.
Yeah.
Here's one for the big macho rev heads.
Yep.
Vin Diesel
Yep.
or The Rock.
Oh.
Famously, they do feud.
Yes.
And it seems a feud of egos. So surely we can settle this
Yeah.
by learning who actually has the bigger following.
I feel like probably too many people like The Rock externally. I feel like Vin has got an intense following, I think.
Yeah.
But I think it's smaller.
Do you think more people genuinely follow The Rock and less people ironically follow Vin Diesel in the way that we follow him?
I think that's true. Here's what I think, okay? If The Rock and Vin Diesel's followers got into a fight, The Rock's followers would be more, but Vin Diesel's followers would win.
They'd die for Vin Diesel.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think people are like, oh, yeah, I like The Rock, give him a follow.
Yeah, yeah.
The people that are following Vin Diesel, they love Vin Diesel.
Yeah. They already come with their own guns. Like, guys, we invited you here with the premise that you would meet Vin Diesel. Why do you have a gun? And like, just in case, you know?
They'll just keep saying family.
Yeah. Gotta protect my family. Yeah. Anyway, The Rock. Hey-oh.
Vin Diesel, 79 million. Nothing to shake his dick at.
That's a lot of people.
The Rock, 307 million people.
307 million. I can't believe that many people are even.
The Rock, as
on
it turns
Instagram.
out, when I looked it up, one of the most followed people on the whole platform.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yes, you did well.
That makes sense.
Okay. Hate to get bloody political on you here.
Yeah.
Barack Obama or Michelle Obama?
Ooh.
One was the president of the United States.
Were they?
The other helped kids get fit.
First lady.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not sure because I feel like it sort of seems like Barack would be an obvious choice. But then I feel like Michelle probably has a longer life on Instagram than perhaps he did. And also like, and then also like, I don't know, do you keep following an ex-president? I suppose he still does stuff. I'm going to say Michelle. Oh,
well done.
I got 100% so far.
You do.
Actually,
and there's 2 extra points.
I think I've got 130% so far.
Barack Obama, 35.5 million. Okay. Michelle Obama, 49 million.
Ooh, it's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Well, I mean, 5 million. Nothing to shake a stick at.
No, Nelson. I hate to get political on you.
Oh.
Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
I mean, it's got to be... Oh, actually, does it?
Now, remember, one of them was literally voted on more in an election that just came up.
Yeah. I think it's still got to be... I think I'm going to say Donald because I think people also follow him to be like, what the fuck is this dude up to? You know?
Also, I will call out, he was banned on a few platforms. Also, don't forget that he was banned from being able to post.
Right. Yes.
Following the Capitol riots. And I don't know, I think there's a couple of sites that have not ever reinstated him. I know Twitter hasn't.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But you want to go Donald?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
140%.
This is the best Podnapping segment that I've ever done.
Yeah. I've just been lying to you.
Yeah. Got all of these wrong.
Joe Biden, 17.7 million.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, 23.6.
Oh.
Still less than Barack and Michelle.
Yeah. That must really eat up.
Now, Nelson, I hate to get political on you.
Oh.
This is actually to do with tech companies.
Okay.
PlayStation
Ooh.
or Apple?
Oh, Apple.
And I will give you this hint. I chose them because they're very comparable.
Right. Okay. Oh, that surprises me.
It surprised me too.
I think then I'm going to say Apple. Or am I? Got a bite there.
Apple, 27.3 million.
Yep.
PlayStation, 28.8.
Oh, I'm really surprised about that because obviously you can think like most PlayStation people probably used Apple products. Most Apple people probably haven't used PlayStation.
Yeah,
It seems strange. Anyway,
I wonder if PlayStation just has a better content range they can post.
Yeah, yeah.
What's Apple going to be posting?
Yeah, we got a new watch.
It's the
It's same as the old watch, but it's more expensive.
You know that phone you have?
Yeah.
It's green now.
Yeah.
Oh, green.
We put another lens on the camera.
Yeah. So
What does this one do? Yeah.
I can imagine PlayStation can post about all the games that are on.
Yeah,
there, you know what I mean?
I guess so. You want updates on like what's coming out and stuff? Yeah. Okay.
This will settle a feud. Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
or Kanye West?
Ooh. Kanye.
No.
Oh, Kim.
No, and I'm covering the bell so you can't. Ow.
I don't know why, but I thought that would still work. Even though
Well, I deliberately, I don't know if you saw this, arched my hand.
Yeah. It's very obvious that when you are touching the side of a bell, it doesn't ding.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, this is going to work brilliantly. Anyway, sorry about that.
Here are the numbers.
Okay.
Kanye West, 15.9 million. So not bad.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian, 296 million.
What?
She
Why is this
trounces him.
so that actually, you know what? I regret doing that because I honestly forgot about like keeping up with the Kardashians and that whole following.
And her whole thing is social media.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
his is music.
Yeah. No, that was a really dumb guess of me.
So
actually,
dumb. I
think.
can't believe you tried to ring the bell on that.
I think I tried. I think I was thinking for the same reason of like Donald Trump, where people follow him ironically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just forgot obviously that she has such a huge following.
Going here for you to do with huge food brands.
Oh.
Hate to get political on you. Obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
Coca-Cola or McDonald's?
Let me see. I'm just gonna take this bell from my side. The correct answer is, I think you'll find. I think I'm gonna say Coca-Cola.
No.
The bell disagrees.
Coca-Cola, 2.7 million. McDonald's, 4.3. Both fairly low
Pretty
comparatively to the other people we're
The
talking
reason why I thought Coke actually would have so many is because they are actually brilliant marketers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say way better than McDonald's in the way that they, like, Coke does such weird and interesting ads that have nothing to do with their drinks.
Yeah.
And you're like, why the fuck does that exist? But it's like, that's, I feel like, how powerful their brand is. They're like, we don't even need to tell you about our drink. You already know
You
it tastes
get it.
great.
Yeah.
But we're just going to show you people having a great time.
Yeah, they're
and
on
you're
the
like,
beach.
might get a Coke.
Okay, this one will settle a dispute that has been oversaturated in the media for several weeks at this point,
Yeah.
to the point people are sick of it.
Yeah.
Will Smith or Chris Rock?
I
should also say this is all at time of recording.
Yes.
Though this will go out a week or two afterwards, so these numbers obviously could change by then.
So obviously you would have a lot of people, like in the recent events, a lot of people unfollowing perhaps Will Smith and following Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I think I still have to say Will though.
Yeah, well done. He's got a pretty safe lead. I don't know if Chris is going to catch it.
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Rock, 5.5 million.
Yeah.
Will Smith, 62.2 million.
Yeah. I'd love to know, like, pre-incident and post-incident, how those numbers have changed.
Yeah,
It'd be really interesting.
And last one here is because we were recording this just before the Grammys. Goes out several weeks after the Grammys. So. Billie Eilish, huge music star at the moment.
Yep.
Or Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Slightly older, maybe doesn't have the cachet anymore, but
Yeah.
also very big music person. Musician's the word I was looking for there.
Big person. First off,
Oh, so
just a couple for
yeah,
safety.
you
want to make sure
10%.
I get at least 100%. I don't see. Here's the disadvantage that I have. I don't use Instagram,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Like, I'm sure if I had it just generically, a Billie Eilish or Taylor Swift post would come up or something. But because I have no context. Which one do I like better? That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
I don't mind Billie Eilish. There is Tay-Tay. I think I'll go with Billie Eilish.
Oh, Nelson, you've ended on a dud. Yet got a point.
Weird how that happened.
Yeah. No, Billie Eilish, 101 million.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, 204 million.
Oh.
More than double.
See, to me, I have no idea what Taylor's doing at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I hear about Billie Eilish way more.
Yeah. Taylor's doing a thing at the moment where she's re-recording a bunch of her old songs.
Oh.
There was a dispute with her old management.
Yeah.
Very ugly. To the point where she cannot buy back or own her back catalog.
Really?
Yeah. They're straight up being like, you'll never own it. So she has re-recorded all of her old songs.
Whoa.
Again.
That's so
That she now completely owns all the recordings and masters of. So if you go onto Spotify and you look at Taylor Swift, there'll be two versions of a lot of songs. It'll be like Love Story brackets Taylor's version. And people will deliberately listen to her version to make sure the money goes to her now. So that's been her project in the last year or two.
That's I
quite
totally
like it.
respect
I
that.
quite like
That's
it.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's such a genius thing to do. Stick it to the man. Anywho, now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in and ask us anything you want.
Go and hear from Fuckhead Podcast listener Hazza. Says, gentlemen cunts, white or really light grey? Now, before we move on, we need to answer this question. No,
White. I'm going white.
I was just about to say, remember, you were a dark mode fan.
Yeah.
So white isn't going to harm your eyes?
Here's the thing. I mean, I think that white and black in general,
Yeah.
I think don't date, right? White and black and just it's like a safety. It's a safety color.
Yeah.
But even something as the combination of the two to be grey, I think can date.
Okay.
I think in 10 years' time, you can be like, don't like that grey.
Yep.
But white, it's always white. White's safe.
Yep. I'm going to
So
say
we're-
really light grey.
And also, I don't know, something racist about white people being really good
Oh, so part of your point is racism.
is racist.
Right, got you. For a second, I thought you were trying to discredit me. And I don't know, you're saying a positive for you was racism.
Yeah. Think about who's conquered more land in general.
Yeah, I'm going to say really light grey only because it's not as common. And if you don't like it, just paint it again. It's not that hard.
Yeah, right. So next part of it is for a war. You read ahead, Camber.
Yeah,
this was just choosing between colours.
They continue. I hope you guys agree because you just picked a paint colour for me. Thank you.
Hallie,
We're so sorry.
think about this. White never dates.
White never dates. Also, think about this. Just paint over it if you get sick of grey.
Yeah, but it's expensive to paint.
Hallie has money, all right? Not to brag, but she's got money.
Oh, yeah. She
I
does
didn't
all
think
that jewelry.
Yeah, how do you think she gets all those diamonds?
I thought she stole them.
Yeah, and then she sells them for profit.
Yeah,
She has a lot of money.
but you got to wait a while for the heat to die down and stuff.
I bet you've got time to pick paint in that time. Second question. How much do you like or dislike hearing about American news/politics? How often are you exposed to it? I'm genuinely curious. Sometimes it seems like it's shoved down people's throats, whether they live in the US or not. Love you guys, Hazza. Hazza, we can confirm it is.
I think it's funny how much it annoys the shit out of people on Reddit in particular.
Yeah.
So often will I hear that. I read this comment the other day or as a post, and somebody is making a generic comment, and somebody underneath said, well, what country do you live in? And then somebody else said, well, they obviously mean America because all American Redditors only think of their own country.
Yeah.
And then just like a few more people just giving Americans shit for existing and only thinking of, themselves in this way. I don't care enough about it. Like, yeah, it's far more constant, but I think it's constant for I was going to say good reason, I guess, or for a reason.
Yep.
which is that literally a lot of the world revolves around America and American politics. And
They're a world superpower.
Exactly. Like they do control a lot of the world. I think it's funny because I've also seen posts about people complaining about Trump in other countries on Reddit, and then people's like, ugh, why do you even care? So not even your election. Like, no, it really fucking matters.
Yeah.
If there's one country in the world that everyone should vote, as to who's president, it should be America.
Yeah,
Every
one of the only
other
countries where one, it's not mandatory, and two, they don't give you a day off to do it. Which, oh boy. So here's the thing. It is important to us because generally this is how our countries work. If America goes, we're going to war, come on Australia, and then we go as well.
Yeah.
So it does matter to us who your president is.
I mean, but like with lots of stuff, for example, climate change.
Yeah.
Like we have been anti-climate change.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
to an embarrassing degree.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that has been because Trump hasn't acted on any of that sort of stuff in the recent past. And like even just sort of sides of like when the presidency in America is more right, we end up usually with our kind of version of the right being elected. Like for some reason, they just kind of follow each other naturally. There's probably some like psychology and shit behind that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it really does affect us in a lot of ways.
We knew every single facet here of the American presidential election in 2020.
Yeah.
And it was live broadcast on TV here as well. On the flip side, we currently have a campaign going for Prime Minister.
Yeah.
I bet you've never heard of it.
Yeah. I'm sick of all the billboards around.
Yeah, there's so many billboards.
Especially of the douchebag who's campaigning in our area.
Yeah.
Ugh. Such a douchebag.
He is a douchebag.
And
then there's quite a nice looking woman that I don't know anything about, but I'm like, she seems nice.
Yeah. I will even fight. I will vote for
Me too.
somebody that's not a douchebag.
Yeah.
It's the only criteria that you need to meet. So we hear it a lot, but
yeah. We also like
it's relevant.
Generally our entertainment is still 85-90% American.
Yeah, that's true. And then the other amount is
Reality
largely
TV.
I was going to say British.
Right.
Australia's small percentage is
the stuff that Australia produces for Australia is all reality TV.
Yeah.
Which even like, okay, I will give Australia this. We're very good at coming up with game shows and panel shows. We actually do pretty well. Some of them have attempted to be adapted overseas and didn't really work, but they're always quite good here. We've got some like long running panel shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But the rest are all cooking shows that we've adapted, home renovation shows that we've adapted, singing shows that we've adapted. It's pretty bleak out there.
Yep.
Scripted television? No, thank you.
Yeah. You heard about Neighbours getting cancelled the other week?
Yeah. That's not a death nail. I don't know what it is.
Can't even keep them alive to try. It's honestly about the funding of our television programs and stuff. We have people that hopefully will die off real soon that I think are holding back the creative potential of Australia.
Yeah.
I think we've done some great things before. We can do great things, but
I
it's
would
just
say,
not getting funded in the right
I know
way.
we've brought these guys up on the show. In fact, they've once cameoed, I think, without their knowledge on the show, is Auntie Donna.
Yeah.
They are pretty popular with the kind of our age group, millennials and such.
Yeah.
Have a big following, make quality content, had to go to Netflix in the US to get anything produced because every single network in Australia rejected them.
Yeah. It's just so dumb.
And then after that, did a sold out tour of Australia.
Yeah. And even though I really like Auntie Donna, I went to their show with you the other week. I actually see them as low on the capability scale, of talent in Australia. Like it just annoys the shit out of me so much that we just have people like they're basically catering towards the boomers, I guess, that are dying out, rather than trying to be like, let's be a little bit more progressive, do something interesting and new and whatever. Anyway, here's another one. It's from Cousin Rowan. Gentlemen, based on your commentary a few weeks ago regarding me finding the TAC ad Nelson was in, I'm concerned I may have now become a fuckhead podcast listener. Despite this apparent blessing, I hope never to have the word fuckhead as part of a title. Apparently, you've got it now.
Yeah.
So...
I think, I believe where we left this is we said, Rowan, you start the process.
Yeah. I think this is it.
This is it. You shouldn't have emailed.
Welcome aboard. Anyway, moving on. I've had a few instances in the past where the cupboards were virtually bare and I was home alone. Mm-hmm. On 3 of these occasions, I had essentially one core ingredient that I found to use to cook dinner. AMA minus 90. You have olive oil, salt, and pepper. Using only these ingredients, what is the one ingredient you add to make dinner? Okay. Cheers, Cousin Rowan.
Rowan, you big fuckhead.
You fucking fuckhead.
Real fuckhead question as well, if I do say so myself. Yeah. What a wonderful compliment we've just paid.
Yes.
Okay. Salt, pepper, and olive oil.
Yeah.
One ingredient.
Go add one ingredient.
Lovely bit of fish.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's within the rules. Lovely bit of salmon, bit of oil, salt, and pepper.
Yeah.
It could add other things, don't get me wrong. But it would still taste pretty good.
Even steak,
Steak.
Good big old steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like he was trying to say like a random thing in your cupboard that you might have.
Yeah.
But didn't specify enough.
He's left a crack.
Yeah.
We've scurried through.
Because, see, for me I have multiple times had dinner where it's olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and pasta. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So it's pretty plain. Yeah. And that's like an Italian thing. I'm convinced the laziest Italian in the world came up with that recipe one day when literally they were faced with the same consequence. They probably ran a restaurant and they were like, oh, shit, forgot to get ingredients this week. I've only got spaghetti. I'll make this dish with just what I've got. And then people are like, oh my God, this is delicious. Because honestly, it does taste really nice. I really like garlic too. And so I've normally got some around. Whack all that in a bowl. Delish.
Yeah.
Filling.
Would it be as good without the garlic?
I think not as much.
Yeah.
I think you could still get away with it, but it's definitely not as much. If I could swap out some ingredients, I'd swap the pepper perhaps with
the garlic.
With the garlic.
Yeah. I'd swap the pepper with a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then you've got pretty good meal there.
Yeah, steak and pasta.
Steak and pasta. The old classic steak and pasta mix. I think though, how about this for an idea? Cereal.
Okay, so you just leave the pan going and eat cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have the olive oil or the salt or the pepper.
Yeah. What if in your cupboard you have one of those ready meals?
Heat
the pan up, put ready meal in the microwave.
Yeah. It's almost too easy.
Yes.
Have you got a phone? Call for pizza. My one ingredient is a phone.
Yeah, it's Uber Eats.
I think we solved it.
Yeah.
I think we solved that solution.
Also, did he say what his one ingredient is?
No.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, I want to know. I reckon you could whack in some peas. Mm-hmm. Do you reckon you could just have a big bowl of peas?
I mean, you could.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be right. Oh, my mum used to have this thing. For dinner, we used to occasionally have what Mum would call bits and pieces. Which is like, she couldn't be bothered cooking. So there'd be peas, because there's always peas in the freezer.
Yeah.
We'd have a can of tuna, because, again, we just always... I've always got that in my cupboard, just because, like, it's an easy snack. And then corn, we used to have, like, canned corn. It's just always there and stuff. It was just anything that was just, like, in your cupboard.
Staples of the cupboard.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's sometimes a good meal. Good meal.
Just bits and pieces.
Yep. That's it. So thank you for writing in, Cousin Rowan and Hazza. If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast at gmail.com.
Yep.
You can also reach us at Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit, and Instagram. No, we don't have
not for the
Instagram.
show, yeah.
No.
But follow me, why not?
Follow Cambo. This is Cambo. And follow me at Kanye West.
He's been writing some terrible things about his ex-wife on there.
No, I meant Will Smith.
Jeffrey Epstein. Why did I even do that one? Leave us a rating.
Oh, yeah.
Subscribe to the show.
Yes.
Buy a Redbubble t-shirt.
Yeah.
Do the snake joke again.
200%. Thanks for listening, and we will read you later.